from the West Coast. We're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams sitting above 500 in the early season, but only one will stay that way as we're off in week 4. Fielded at the 7. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Top field position to start this one out. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Out of the air to start us off. Has him on the quick hitter. Space pass to 35. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40.
Here we go.
They'll run here on 1st down. They love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver that time. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Here we go.
Yards to go.
To the air on 3rd and long. He rolls to his right. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick 6.
Well, that is quite the tone setter and very different between the two sides. Offense, that's a disaster. But defensively, you've just lit the flame of emotion, and now you want to build on it. Wow.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Finds him on the crossing route. A lot of space ahead. At the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 1-point game. Nico Collins with a touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know. But whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. They weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Xavier Worthy now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard
line. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pass complete, Tutu Atwell. They're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
For a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down right
You
now.
want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
The goal of running that drag route is to get a cheat here for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. After the holding call, they're going to need even more now on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. New set of downs for him from the 31. Stroud off of play action. This is a heater going deep. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I'm not even going to look at my defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
21-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. This is ahead for about 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. A 6-yard gain on the play. That's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
First down now, ball at the 33. Herbert. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Connecting on a slant. He'll have this over the 44-yard line as they haul him down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams have the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Gets out of trouble. Escapes the pocket.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Go. Set. Ready.
Herbert now. Completes. It's Atwell. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open. And give a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Escapes the pocket. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And he's caught. He's got ground. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score. They'll try and punch it in. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Rams parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Throw left side. Caught by Higgins. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. 2nd and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
We send a man in motion. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
They'll run the counter. Galloping inside the 40. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, and you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base, but it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Worthy now to return it. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. To throw, Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
A play fake. Now Herbert's a throw. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the ball. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Might shift to the run here. 3rd and inches.
21. Let's go. Set. Go.
Herbert from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. It gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain. Chains moving too. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go, let's go. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. On the move, headed right. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Okay, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor.
Back to the air, Herbert. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Hey, Ram. Hey, Ray. What is it?
Herbert on 1st down. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they take it out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Set.
Now Herbert again. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Nowhere to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Herbert throwing again. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Baylor tight. Set.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Escapes the pocket. And we get to about 9 on this one, and maybe a little momentum as well to consider going for it now on 4th down.
A 9-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
He gets a look up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. First call here coming from the shotgun.
On the quick, right?
And some excellent work to drive him all the way out past the 30-yard line. Gain of 11 on that play. And it will be a 1st down, Texans.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
All right. 18. What's up?
On play action, here's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Hand off to the back. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. The presence of those tight ends worked both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives him more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
And the Texans 1st down.
Here's the one back on the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. It has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
And it's 3rd
Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd and short, it's a game to the tight end. And they take him down right along the 30.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
The give now out of the shotgun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Stroud off the play fake. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offensive line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Rams' 10-yard line.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Now we'll see them try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half.
5-9.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Brought in right side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take the lead just before halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
Texans 21.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Nick Martin making that play. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
He finds Worthy complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Give now to the running back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Trying the right side. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Herbert back to throw. It's inside the 10. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers.
And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams grow the lead coming out of halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. Second and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
From the gun, Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Houston.
Here we go.
Right up the gut. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Riley Moss with that tackle. Offensive line fast.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
They give it to him again. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. And gain 11 on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
And the Texans first down.
Shotgun now for Stroud. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he got the football caught, but not the first. That's not just shy of the marker. Fourth down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Stroud now on fourth down. He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Offense up to the line fast.
First down,
First down throw by Stroud. Forced out to his right. Stays in bounds and makes the catch. Able to get this down to the 15 before going out. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
All right.
To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Setting up to try the point after. Boy, was it close, but the point after does go through. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Worthy now to return it. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. It's a foot race. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an excited return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Here's a return from the 7. Oh, and he eats a hit to bring it into that, right near the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Collins, the receiver, in motion left. Stroud to throw on 1st down. Right side caught by Higgins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll run now on 2nd down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to the well again. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
So we're through 3 here.
Yards on the play.
It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. We've set it down from 37. Going to the ground again on 1st. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. There he goes on the right side. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans now within 1 score in the 4th.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
The kick is good.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Worthy now to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet.
Brought in inside the 20. And he has this down to the 14-yard line.
gain of 60
Look at the touch
yards.
he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Got it played straight ahead. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
He's tackled at
Really
the
good
7-yard
patience
line.
right there. It's
It's
hard
a
to do
pickup
for
of
runners
6.
in this league because
Brings
these
up
holes
second
close
and
up so
4.
fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Capital. Ready.
Another carry for him. And all he can get is a yard here. It's going to be third down.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Here he is on third and short. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense did. They didn't take a break. And they finally get him to the ground. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
All right. 18. That's right.
Plowing up the middle. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
19.
Motioning Watkins right. To the air. Stroud. Chased out to his right. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to.
All right.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Hits him on the in route. And he's across midfield into Rams territory.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
Here's Stroud again. Hits his running back. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Swap. Another swap. Why Tony?
Throwing again, it's Stroud. Finds his back complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. He has room past the 25. Keeps himself upright. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback
Some niggas are fucking up, I don't say nothing. Some niggas are killing for me. Records are killing my shit.
That good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the fourth.
Texans 42.
All is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Worthy now to return it. Things going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
For the life of me, I will never understand why you give that returner another shot after he already took one to the house. You could feel it. He's brimming with confidence. He wants you to kick the ball to him, and he nearly took a second one to the house again. He now sets his team up with great field position.
And he works his way for a gain of 4. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams have the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Jamie Sherwood on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams holding on to a field goal lead. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Going run again with McCaffrey. All right, they bought him a little room. That run good for 6 on 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
3rd and just 2 to go. He's back to throw. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Looking to throw. Rolling left, behind, and that is the catch that could end this game and seal this win. Touchdown! Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends, made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack, because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball at the 35 to begin this drive. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that wasn't in danger.
The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. With a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
1st down.
Again, Stroud. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game.
The kicker on for the point after.
And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal to tie this game in the 4th.
52. Texans 49.
So everything comes down to this onside kick with less than a minute to go. And the Rams get on top of the kick and that should ice this game away.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard.
GG, bro, GG's.
And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
We've set it down from 37.
Crowd right.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
At the Texans' 37-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. He's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's 3rd down now. Final timeout called by the Texans. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
3rd and 4.
He's drawn up for him. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.